I have the boys in Unholy Crown on the line. I got Ethan, Rain, and Lizzie. Should we talk to Unholy Crown?
Let's do it.
Should we talk to Unholy Crown?
We should talk to them.
Should we talk to them?
Put them on the
to
phone.
the billions
and billions
of people listening around the world. Yeah, there actually is. Well, how many listeners we get a week? Like 16 billion, right?
Oh, wait, did we go down?
Yeah, I think we went. I think last week was 23 billion.
I was gonna say, well, I thought it was like 29, billion.
Yeah, I don't know.
And 3.
How many people are in the world? Like 31.
31 billion. So we got a good amount of the planet listening in.
All right, let's talk to Unholy Crown. Hey, what is up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
What is up? Welcome to the Middle Mixtape. We're talking to Unholy Crown from Portland, Oregon. We got Ethan on the guitars. We got Rain on the drums. We got Izzy. What's up, dudes? How you guys doing?
All right, how you doing?
Dude, we're doing fantastic, man. I'm so excited to have you on, and I'm excited to talk to Ethan, dude. Me and Ethan have been like homeboys for like the last 2 months, it feels like.
That's what's up, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
How are you doing, my man?
Dude, I'm doing so good, dude. I just besides not having drink any water for like the whole day, like I just like down like a 32-ounce coffee, and I haven't had any water since Tuesday. So I'm a little hot and a little excited, but it's good, you know?
I do that same diet, dude. That's breakfast for me. It's good for you. It's healthy living.
You know you're dehydrated when you have even like a sip of water and you just feel better that day. You know, just like one drink and you're just like,
it's like your eyes like open up.
Yeah,
so refreshed.
Yeah, and you look over like your girlfriend or something. You're just like, do I look younger today?
Yeah.
It's just, you know, like I'm gonna get you some flowers. I just feel great today. I'm gonna get you some flowers.
Yeah.
So, dude,
2 drinks of water today. You wouldn't believe what it did for me.
your boss at work goes like, "Why are you working so great today?" I had some water. It just,
No, it's just so good.
Well, dude,
I don't know. I just prefer the caffeine route, and I put water in it, so I figure it just kind of equals out in the end. Water in coffee. You need water to make coffee. Yeah.
Absolutely, dude. So I'm super excited, dude. I've played you guys on the show. You guys are absolutely brutal. Ethan sent me this awesome shirt that I'm wearing right now, dude. But you know, I don't know a whole lot about Unholy Crown. All I know is that you guys are a bunch of brutal dudes. But how'd you guys all come up together? Did you guys all like read an ad, or did one person get all the bandmates together? How did the Crown become Unholy?
So Izzy and I were in a band a few years back together called Knife Fight, and after our band broke up, we all still like shared the same band room, and so like over probably the course of a year, I had a couple different projects kind of come through, and Izzy worked on some solo stuff and released some solo stuff. And I had been trying to get together to do music with Rain for a long time, and he just kind of showed up and hung out with me at the band room one day, and we came up with some riffs. And the drummer that we had at the time was the drummer from my old band, and we just kind of started doing it. And then we've just morphed a grip since then.
You've had a whole lineup change since the beginning.
So the recordings that you have, our vocalist is Rain in that, and he's now our drummer. And the bass that's played on there is Izzy, and he's now second guitarist.
Hey,
so, yeah, and it feels like it clicked with this lineup. It's super streamlined and brutal.
Hey,
Our new vocalist, Ian Mock, is one of the best vocalists I've ever worked with. He's a brilliant vocalist in it. And Izzy on the guitar has really shaped our sound dynamically to where we're still hardcore, but we're a lot more focused and intelligent musically when we write.
No, I dig it, man. Hey, sometimes you got to move to a spot that just feels sweet and like for like the longevity and just for healthy for the band. You know, when I was talking to Demi Borger, you know, I didn't know that Shagrath, the lead singer, he was actually the drummer. You know, and he actually Yeah, and he actually moved to vocals, you know what I mean? And Selenos was actually doing vocals, you know? So it's like everything kind of like works out, dude. And like, so when you guys got your lineup together, did you guys all kind of have like the same idea for like what direction you wanted to take the band? Or you guys all have different influences?
Well, we certainly have different influences.
Yeah, Izzy writes riffs completely different than I do, and Rain also writes riffs for this band. He's an amazing guitarist as well, and so learning their riffs has really kind of pushed me as a guitarist, and so I think all of our influences, I don't know, they just kind of fit together organically and create this like cohesive sound. There's not too much push or pull one way or the other from each other. When we get together and jam, it's just us. It sounds like us.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, dude. And I think, when there's no like push or shove, like you can just pump out songs like crazy, dude. So when you guys are like writing songs or writing new songs, since everybody pretty much writes, do you guys like just like take turns and just see like what fits in the set, or like how does the songwriting process go for a new song?
Yeah, typically it'll start like with me right now, like a guitar riff, or Ethan will come out with a guitar riff as well, and maybe we'll meet like halfway on there and just go by the feel. And then now we'll have like Rain come up with a drum fill or a drum part just for that one riff, and it could easily go off to 3 riffs from there. Like we just have this feel, like Ethan was saying, like this organic way with us at this point, to where we really, really gel and turn into, I don't know, just the most evil and creative music I've heard so far.
We're like a freight train.
Dude, I like that, man. So, do you guys ever mess around with tuning, or do you guys just play one tuning throughout the whole set? Or
Oh, dude.
Typically, yeah, mostly right now it's like as far as tuning, it's like A sharp. We've experienced in the past with like I think C sharp as well, like C sharp standard, but mostly it's drop A sharp.
You play a lot of open tuning electives like on your own though. You play it a lot.
Sure, yeah. It really depends on the instrument, the feel, and like the song as well. I mean, like whatever fits that pocket is where we usually drive it.
No, hey, I dig it, man. I know I like experimenting, dude. I like having like 4 different guitars just kind of laying around and just seeing like what I feel that day,
Definitely.
dude. So, dude, oh, go ahead.
That's the other thing is all my guitars got Floyd Roses on them. So it's like trying to play a different tuning is just, it's a whole day's operation. I got like 6 guitars that are all in the same tuning just because I'm lazy.
Dude, I only have one guitar with a Floyd Rose, and I still have yet to break a string. But when I do, one of my awesome friends from Chains of Beaumont sent me like 10 different steps on how to like change my strings on my Floyd Rose, and like I'm gonna be sweating when I do it, dude. And I know it's gonna take me all day. That looks complicated.
It's a struggle.
Is that your RR? Is that your Randy Rhoads?
Yeah, my Randy Rhoads, dude. I have it in C sharp, and
Yeah.
dude, I know as soon as I break a string, I'm gonna be in trouble and have to figure it out.
Oh, dude, it throws your whole tremolo out. You got to redo the whole thing. It's not, dude. If you watch YouTube videos, it's not too bad. I redo all mine.
Well, bro, if you watch any YouTube videos, they make everything look easy.
Yeah, for sure.
You ever like you ever go on there and they're like, all right, how do you tie up like a bow tie, and like they do it in 3 seconds? They're like loop, swoop, and pull, and you're just like, that was not loop, swoop, and pull, man.
Dude, I had a friend change his own brake just by watching YouTube videos.
Hey, man. Hey, sometimes it works, man. You know, if that works
I think
for you.
he had a lot of drugs involved too, though. So that might.
Right? He's like, it took me 18 hours of rewatching this 10-minute video, but I did it, guys. It was way worth not the $60 that I was going to pay. So, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Unholy Crown, dude. I want to know what type of music do you guys like? Or not what type of music, but what type of topics do you guys write about, like in your lyrics and stuff, dude? Is it like emotionally driven? Are you guys pulling from like a very, very dark place? Or like, what do you guys? How do you guys come up for an idea? Like when you're sitting down and you're just like, I'm gonna write some lyrics. What's the first couple things that comes to mind?
So when we first started and when I was the vocalist, most of the the lyrics in the EP are very politically driven, angry poetry. Because that's usually, you know, when I think about metal music, I think about raw emotion and anger, you know, like, so that's something, you know, I have very strong feelings about. But with this new vocalist, we've kind of gone in this direction. Like, most of our new songs are about horror movies.
We also have a new song about a satanic murder goose.
Yeah, Antideophobia. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Antideophobia. Our vocalist Ian is probably cringing right now in his band.
Wait, a what? A deophobia?
It's the fear of that at any given point in time, there is a goose nearby watching you.
What?
Yeah, Antideophobia.
I feel like you could almost...
We had a goose that lived on the roof of the entrance to the practice space, the rehearsal space, and it just freaked us out. So,
bruh, I swear it was stalking us.
It was scary, dude. It was a big old Canadian goose.
Yeah, so we wrote a song about it.
Nothing silly about geese.
Dude, that's hilarious, man. Dude, you guys...
I kind of like that about our band, that we're able to morph.
Yeah.
And still be us, that, you know, here at this place of time that we were at when we wrote those first 4 songs, you know, we were real angry and we had this certain influence, and now we've got a batch of 10 songs that we've got really tight right now, that we're starting to record. Actually, I was laying down guitar tracks tonight. And they're real, like, lighthearted and fun. And the music is still brutal, but I like that we can morph like that and not be, like, kettled into this, like, one genre.
All layered in aggression, of course.
No, hey, I dig it, man, dude. I think that's a recipe for constantly fresh music, dude, you know, and I think, you know, writing like that is perfect, dude. You know what's sweet about that Goose song is that you guys can make all brutal merch with Goose and stuff, dude. Like, why don't you just put like an unholy crown on a goose and like under like its feet, you can write like put like talons ripping into like a human's flesh or something.
That's awesome. We were talking about. Do you remember like the 2010 like metalcore shirts that they had like the real cartoony graphics to them?
Oh yeah.
Dude, we wanted to do one for Unholy Crown where it was a goose, like, with, like, an arm, like a severed arm in its mouth, and, like, all of us, like, cowering from it. And
Dude. Yeah. That's hilarious. Hey, what would you call the phobia of opening doors? Like, opening, like, with the door handle? Is that, like...
What?
Is that, like, handle phobia?
I don't know. Our vocalist, yeah... Our vocalist is the one who knows all this stuff, not us. He's a real creative guy. He has some really strong opinions about sandwiches.
What?
I don't know. It's a really long drawn out story that I'm not even sure I could remember all of. He has some real definitive, clear lines on what defines a sandwich and what doesn't.
He's listening right now, and he's real mad.
That's awesome, man. I wish we could have got him on so we could go into like a 10-minute segment about a sandwich.
Hey, listen, man. We'll come back after one of these times, and we'll make sure he's here. And we'll get the final word on sandwiches.
Can we just like
straight from the sandwich man's mouth?
Can it like not even be a music interview and just be like just strictly sandwich talk?
Just Ian talking about sandwiches. Yeah. Well, in fact, we'll start a podcast. It's sandwiches. Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome, man. You know, and you know what I love is that like you guys could have fun with your music, dude. And I think like I think when you keep the fun in the music, I think it lasts a lot longer. I think when music stops getting fun, you gotta like turn somewhere else, dude. So
yeah, I agree with you. And you know, I do, you know, personally have a lot of really strong moral convictions, and I like it when bands, you know, take stands. But I don't. I like it to be both. we're fun people for the most part. I love being around these guys and having fun, and so I like that we can do both. And the whole time, our whole objective is just to make you bang your head as hard as possible.
Dude, no, I completely agree, dude, and that's a good way to do it, dude. So, dude, we've been quarantined for a while, dude. What have you guys been up to? Like, you guys been doing music, working on merch? Like, have you guys been practicing a lot?
We have been practicing so much. We are so tight right now and getting ready to just come out swinging. We've been writing. Just started recording right now. We got our T-shirts right before the quarantine, so we kind of had a good, everyone was inside, so we had a good audience. Yeah, we had a good audience for people to grab our shirts, so we got to see some good moves on those. Yeah, man, we're ready.
Dude, I'm excited, dude. I feel like a lot of bands are gonna come out swinging, dude. Like, I feel like every band is like overly rehearsed, and you know what's kind of funny that I thought is like not the COVID thing, but like that like a lot of these music companies have been sold out of like amps, guitars, recording equipment, and like everybody's just been recording and playing like crazy, dude. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if like everybody can play like a 300 beats per minute after we can play shows again.
Dude, it's gonna be like a renaissance. Everybody's gonna come out with all this art that they've made while they've been cooped up in their houses and stuff. And it's just gonna be beautiful art in all facets and all mediums. I'm excited to see what happens.
Dude.
Like, not just with music, but with like physical art and poetry and everything. It's gonna be beautiful.
I think another cool thing too is, with the way that states are phasing reopenings, local bands are going to get to have a lot more go at it before the bigger promoters and festivals and shows come through. And so I'm really hoping that kind of the local scene comes back together really strong. And, everyone's been real supportive online. And so I hope that transfers back to, to local live shows.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, dude. I went to my first live show last week, dude, and honestly, it felt like straight heaven, dude. It was like an 8-piece band. Like, this guy was like playing like a 3-set like keyboard. This guy was playing like the saxophone, like amazing drummer, like 2 guitar players and a bassist, and like, man, dude, I miss live music so bad. And like, it's like that emotion, and like, and a ton of people came out to watch, dude. It was like, it was like, like, this was like, it was like a zombie apocalypse, and like, this was like the cure to like cure yourself from being a zombie, was watching this band. Like, and
that's so dope.
I think the last show I went to was Bystander.
That's the last show I went to too. Yeah. We saw Dead Crown and Bystander.
Oh yeah, was that the Dead Crown?
Shout out Bystander, yeah. Shout out to Taylor.
Was that the Bystander album release, or was that the Dead Crown album release?
It was the Bystander video. The rap video filming. Me and Rain are slam dancing in the video.
You're like premeditated. You're like, dude, for this video, I'm gonna roundhouse kick you, and you're gonna take it. All right, man. But when you take but when you take this kick, I want you to body roll. Like, if I hit you like without a bricks.
Dude, that's what band practice is like for us too.
Sometimes we write music.
That's
yeah. We're still in Portland, because we're based out of Portland. We're still in the phase. We haven't opened up. Multnomah County hasn't opened up at all yet for music, so we haven't got to see any live shows or anything. We're gonna do in July on the 11th, I believe. Don't quote me on that date just yet.
Okay.
But we're gonna do a live stream from Erebus.
Oh yeah, you better do it now.
So dope. It's gonna be so fun. Yeah.
Woo! I'm excited, dude.
Love that. Yeah. Shout out to Erebus. I actually had my wedding party there.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm hoping to like hit the lotto soon because like I just want to like get like a couple of my favorite bands, like spend like $200,000 and just like have like a festival for my wedding. But we'll see. We'll see if we get there, dude.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
So, dudes, so what are you guys gonna do for the rest? Before you guys, what do you guys want to do for the rest of the year? Like, do you guys have like a album planned out, or like what are some band goals, like, or maybe some personal goals?
Definitely a few music projects. Dropping some at least a EP or eventually at the end of the year an album for us, Unholy Crown. A couple other projects like myself and all of us are actually working on. So honestly, yeah, just music as much as we can.
All right, I'm gonna ask towards the end of the interview. We got like 5 minutes left. I'm gonna ask a bunch of random questions that I'm just gonna think up off the top of my head. You guys ready?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to give you a bunch of random answers off the top
All right.
of our head.
All right, Ethan. What's one band that you really like that your bandmates don't know that you listen to by yourself?
Let me see.
Like a band that you kind of just like, oh man, it's kind of like my guilty pleasure.
I don't know. I'm pretty open with my guilty pleasure.
Come on.
I would say, hold on. What is my most hidden playlist? Man, you're putting me on the spot. I don't know. I really like emo. I guess they just found out about that. I just kind of schooled one of our friends about some emo in front of them. I just dropped some knowledge on that, and I'm wearing a Taking Back Sunday shirt right now,
Bro. Oh, dude, I love that song. Make Damn Sure. It's one of my favorite songs ever. Everything you said.
Oh my god.
All right, Rain. What is your guilty pleasure, dude?
Britney.
Everybody knows.
But everybody knows. I like Britney Spears.
All right.
But I wore a Britney shirt when we played Erebus, so it's not like.
What's your favorite Britney song, dude?
I don't know. I mean, I like the bop. Yeah, I like Toxic a lot because you can make it into a metal song really good. Like that would be a dope metal song. We were talking about doing Toxic as a metal cover, and then we switched positions. So I still want to make that.
Dude, you guys should do the cover of her song "Lucky." She's so lucky.
Oh, yeah.
She's a star.
Dude, we should also do an Amy Winehouse. I also love Amy Winehouse, but that is like very public. Like Amy's my girl.
He posts videos of himself on Instagram singing Amy Winehouse covers.
Bro, I gotta follow you on Instagram, dude. What's going on?
Do it. I'm the metal onion.
All right, all right, Izzy, what's your guilty pleasure, bro?
Oh man, sorry, music.
I know you got one, bro.
No, Rob Zombie. I'd have to say CCR.
Who?
Like when I'm in the, not really wanting to like play any metal or anything. I go to like a lot of old school folk.
Dude, that's awesome,
really what I
man.
like.
Sweet.
I don't know.
No, hey, I like it, man.
Too obscure.
Hey, you know what? My guilty pleasure, which isn't like, I mean, everybody pretty much knows, dude. I love listening to like movie soundtracks from like the 90s. So like I love listening to like the soundtrack to like Night at the Roxbury, because like every song on there is just like fire, you know. This is a night where everything's gonna be alright. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then like I love it. I like the soundtrack to Christmas Vacation, National Lampoons. I'll listen. I'm one of those. I'm one of those people that'll listen to Christmas songs like in February, you know.
Oh, dude, you and my wife would get along so well.
All right, guys. All right, we only got a couple minutes left. All right, what's the biggest disaster you've ever had on stage? Whether like you step on your cord, you accidentally hit a bandmate, or you just like were totally plastered. Let's start with Ethan. What's your biggest disaster on stage?
Okay, so us as a band have a huge disaster.
Yes,
on
let's
stage,
hear it. Let's hear it.
Which our first show, our drummer, our first drummer, not the drummer we have now, he had a bad performance, and so I think like as a band, that would be our answer. But I know for me personally, when Izzy and I were in Knife Fight one time, we were playing a show and I forgot the lyrics to one of our songs because I was drunk, and so I just started screaming 9 Inch Nails lyrics.
What?
And yeah, and nobody knew though. Nobody knew. It was metal.
What? That's hardcore, dude. All right. Who haven't we heard from? Who was that we were just talking to? Was that Ethan?
Yeah.
All right. Rain or Izzy, you guys got any disasters on stage?
I mean that first show with Unholy Crown was pretty disastrous. I haven't played much aside from just house shows up until this point. I think one of the most disastrous moments I had on stage was in theater on the opening night of Into the Woods. That was pretty bad. The fire alarm went off. The smoke machine set off the fire alarm, and everybody had to vacate before even the first intermission. Did you singing to it? Yeah, that's what. No, yeah, that and the first night. First Unholy. Yeah, that's about on par.
That's
It
awesome.
felt like the fire alarm went off at that first.
That's hilarious, dude. So, who was that? Was that Izzy or was that Rain?
That was Rand.
All right, Izzy. What's your biggest disaster, bro?
Honestly, I don't know. I think you jinxed me at this point because it's been all right for me so far.
You're like, man, I'm perfect. you're like these dudes over here have been messing all it up.
Find some wood.
That's awesome. So, hey guys, we're towards the end of the interview. We're towards the top of the hour. I want to thank you guys so much for being on the show. You guys were so much fun. And like I said, I'm going to bring you guys back. And like I said, we're only going to talk for 10 minutes about straight sandwiches. All right?
Sandwiches.
All right. Where can all the listeners...
Thank you so much for having us, dude. It's so much fun. Love it.
So, dude, for all the billions and billions of listeners around the world, we have a meter here, and 16 billion people are tuning in right now. For the 16 billion people tuning in right now, where can they find your music?
So we're on Bandcamp. Our first EP, it's The Hell Is Empty and All the Devils Are Here. It's a 4-song. It's a demo. It's free on Bandcamp at Unholy Crown if you just search it in Bandcamp. You can also get merch there. That's where our shirts are at. And also we have pins and patches.
Sweet.
You can find us on Facebook at Unholy Crown. You can find us on Instagram at Unholy Crown PDX. And we're on Twitter every once in a while. And I think our name on that is Crown Unholy. And I'm not sure how that got turned around or how to fix it.
It's probably because Unholy _Crown was taken.
I don't know.
So
I don't really use Twitter. I mostly use for the band Instagram, and then my personal is Facebook.
Well, hey, you know what? It's good you guys have a Twitter because a lot of big promoters, when you go apply for big shows, they require you to have a Twitter, or it just looks good.
Yeah. The engagement on Twitter is kind of hit or miss, and I don't know. I don't feel like I can just tweet out thoughts.
For sure, dude. Well, hey, thank you so much for being on the show. You guys are awesome. I can't wait to talk to you guys again. And later tonight.
Hey, and listen,
what's up?
We gotta get an IAUC show going on at some point, dude.
A what?
Insanity's Reign Unholy Crown show.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, my new lineup should be ready here in 4 months, dude. And just cause it's a whole new brand new set besides 2 songs, so we'll definitely set something up, dude. And I'll bring you to my neck of the woods.
Absolutely, dude. Whenever we're ready.
All right, sounds good. Hey, Ethan, Rain, Izzy, much love. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Love you, bro. Bye.
Peace.